I'm quite familiar with the many areas of the lower city of Baldur's Gate, having worked as a sailor who sailed up and down the coast to then load and unload cargo at the city many times, then staying the night in the tavern. When given a chance, everybody gets off the ship to sleep and stretch their sea legs after being at sea for a few days. It hurts the coin purse to stay at an inn, but for nearly everyone it's just too confining on the ship. The quarters are too small and uncomfortable. Besides, most captains would rather have the crew away simply because they cannot all be watched and the cargo is sometimes valuable. The few sailors or hired guards that could be trusted couldn't be everywhere. And then some captains got along great with their crew and trusted all of them since they tended to vet each one carefully. Those were good ships to work on. Having a good relationship with the captain, who was often the owner of the ship, was important. Then you get the shady captain that would try to stiff you when it came to pay time. Those, all but the most desperate, did their best to avoid, and they quickly gained a bad reputation along the docks, but not everyone had a choice. Sometimes those captains came to a bad end. Life at sea was fun, chaotic, boring, smelly, dirty, and most of all, hard work. But I got to know the Sword Coast, the cities, the culture, and the people. I liked Baldur's Gate. Waterdeep was alright too, but a little big for my tastes. It was intimidating traveling that city, since I tended to get lost now and then, and my shipmates weren't of any help with directions, and often even when one or two of them were with me. I suppose all cities have their good and bad, and it all depends on one's experience when they're there. In the capital of my own country of Am, Athkatla, I had a really bad experience there the last time I stayed the night. Now I don't ever want to go back, but my brother Edrin is working there as an apprentice mage, and last I heard he was doing well. I just don't care to visit him in the city. Give me my hometown of Imnisvale to live in. It's just a modest town, but, well, oddly enough, I'm sort of missing it right now. Mostly because I miss the outskirts where our family farms are. The people of the town itself I don't miss too much. I don't know if it's a human thing, but they can be extremely ignorant and selfish. You see less of that among the Fae and half-Fae like my family is. Or more bluntly, elves, I should say, since they originally came from the Feywild. We are a close-knit family. Others, coming into it as husbands or wives, usually human, are welcomed, but it takes them a while to fit in. It's true, we aren't like human families. Most of us are very attached to the land in ways that humans aren't. We must seem very alien to some of them. We have set aside special glades, speak to the druids and rangers, commune with forest spirits, don't cut down this tree or that tree simply because the Fae told us not to. We predict and know if the harvest will be good or bad that year, and make appropriate measures either way. We speak to the land, and the land speaks to us. Regular humans, they don't live that way. It's also why it took me so long to get used to how humans think and behave when in their world. It's different when some are brought into yours. Of course, as a half-elf, I have been excluded at times in their world, but then being as tall and imposing as I am, now after years of working hard on the farm and as a sailor, they tended to be polite even when telling me to take off, you elven bastard.
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me.
I was just talking about that.
Still hear her words in my ear.
Sure.
I feel unclean.
I can definitely understand. I'm sorry.
You've nothing to be sorry for. Far from it, in fact. Without your help, things could have ended very differently for me. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past.
I was just thinking that too.
But I'll need your help.
Do you want to go speak to the gods, like what, Gale just did? Of course.
Wait until the others are asleep. Then come with me. There's a place we can go. Down the coast a little.
It's also another reason why I'm so attracted to Shadowheart. She's a half-elf, like myself. But with her memories gone like they are, and most of what she does remember being from inside the Sharn cult. I don't think she really knows what she's like. I have met many full elves who live in human cities, and they fit in and have been there for generations, even though they can live over 700 years. I'm curious to know the woman I love, because even if she doesn't know all of herself, But as I have said before, even when you don't recall all about yourself, you are essentially the same person regardless, and that will never change. And that woman that I know, I love. I think for me, after exposing such vulnerability as we did last night, and for the first time making love, I'm quite sold on Shadowheart. I look forward to our future together, and if we can survive this crisis, I'll definitely ask her for her hand in marriage. I just don't know whose world she's going to want to live in, hers or mine.
I have something to ask.
Changed your mind? Offer's still there? Go on. Have a swing.
You really make a living off doing this. Alright, fine.
Back for more? I don't mind. So long as you're paying.
Strange way to earn your keep. Do many take you up on this?
Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up.
I'll bet you if you take that mask off, it's some kind of
So,
ghoul
you having a
underneath.
go or not?
Zombie? I think that's it for now.
Then move. Let someone else have a go.
Anyways, we've come to this alley. Asterion claims he can smell blood down here. Somebody's home, I suppose. This is Let's Meet. A hastily scrawled note. I have the information you wanted. You're right. The temple membership is growing. I'll tell you all about their so-called tribunal. Meet me tomorrow. You know where. The temple. A strip of paper with the following words written in blood. I found you. That's ominous. You didn't come. Don't you realize I'm risking my neck for you? I can't have this information sitting on me. They'll find me. I'll give you one last chance. Meet me tonight or never contact me again. The Department of Drains and Underways is aware of the issue of the penetrating stench emanating from the round street hatches that provide access to the city sewers. A tribe of gutter kobolds contracted to maintain free flow in the sanitation tunnels appears to have been slain or driven away by forces or circumstances unknown, and the resulting backup is responsible for the unpleasant odor. The department is taking appropriate measures to remedy the situation, but in the meantime, do not attempt to address the situation yourselves. Citizens are prohibited from using the round street sewer access hatches. Leave sanitation to the professionals. I believe I've read that before. Alright, so what's going on inside of here? Make sure there's no flaming fist about. You want to open that, Asterion?
Let's crack it open.
Don't see any flaming fists. Let's go inside, shall we?
No one stopped me yet.
Thank you.
One day I'll catch a break. This
Oof, the
corpse has
smell.
been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it.
Oh, the head's been severed. I hate to say it, but close the door. I don't want anyone to think we had any part of this. Asterion.
Good to see us, darling.
Right. Now Us says, to all others, he will look like a cat, a kitten. So far there's been no disturbance about his being here. Anyways, let's be quiet, the best among us.
Watch your back.
Just in case. Well, I know the Flaming Fists are part of this. Nothing here. Alright, to the body. There's nothing on the head. A clown's severed pelvis? We're looking for this.
Circus clothes. What an end for Dribbles the Clown.
What does this say? Balthazar the Filth? The effigy of Balthazar, who lacked ambition. What use his refusal? He thought himself free, but destiny claimed his corpse the same. Below is an exaggerated signature, written in blood, or in the red. Oh, of course Orin had something to do with this. Gohumberry Tresp. What kind of a name is that? Anyways, disgusting as it is, I have a pelvis of this clown. Well, we have his hand. Looking for the rest of him now. I thought we had another part of him.
Moving in.
We don't have a skull, do we?
I've a good mind to get the flaming fist before people start chucking themselves into the chiompa.
Anyways, we have things to sell, so we'll sell. And we'll keep on going. Thought I'd bring Karlak to see Damon.
Karlak? You're looking well.
Would be a lot better if you find a way to fix this engine, Damon.
I haven't stopped trying, but all roads lead to a dead end. Sorry, I didn't mean...
Never mind. Glad you're all right in any case. Nice forge you've got here.
Best I've had in years. Mistress of the house lets me operate from here for a fair price. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy.
Good. Someone should be.
Can we see your wares?
Certainly.
Right, let's see what we can sell here. Pressured by Asterion, he's bad for us. We decided to return to Sharesh's Koresh. He said there's more than what we saw the first time. Interesting dancer, tiefling. Hello.
You can stare as much as you like.
Alright. Probably not the best thing to do with Shadowheart with us. Well, aren't you dressed up in your fineries? Hello there.
Enjoy the fiddling. Throw a few coins our way and let us play on into the night.
I see. Ah, the Drow twins. Aren't they brother and sister? Hello.
A new face. Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
Your features aren't normal for a drow. Does she have crystal eyes? Aren't they typically red? How did you end up here?
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so
So
we
I heard.
fled.
We found surfaces craved the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
If you don't mind resorting to that line of work, I suppose so. Are you sure this is where you want to be?
It was not my work itself that has ever been a challenge to me. Merely the circumstances. I worked in this business in the Underdark, but it grew to festering monotony. The entirety of drow culture is obsessed with bondage beyond reason. While such activities have their charms, I yearned to reach greater depths. And there is no society on this planet more laterally, imaginatively, and confusingly depraved as that of Baldur's Gate. Although of late, I do feel like I've seen everything. Perhaps you'll show me something new.
No thank you, but You think that Baldur's Gate is the heart of debauchery? I would have thought Athkatla or possibly Waterdeep would be, but... Alright. I guess I don't really have much exposure to this type of world. I did as a sailor a bit. I mean, this is kind of... Well, this is too expensive of a place, but everybody would run to the taverns and pay the courtesans. If you're truly pleased with the work here, I can't judge you.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it?
No.
Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple.
How would she know?
Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
Why are you interested in my partner?
Well, there are two of us, aren't there?
Oh, I see where you're going.
Use your imagination.
You two look uncannily alike.
We are twins.
That's what I heard. You don't actually lie with one another, do you?
We can make up a little show of kissing each other, but when we are hired at the same time, there are often many other clients in the room to attend to.
Oh, I see. I don't know how you live this life. Alright then, thank you. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know what Shadowheart would be thinking right now. But not interested, thank you. Especially, now that I think of it, what if one of them was Orin and you were... you'd be in such a vulnerable state. I just can't trust that. Though, I mean, it could be any one of my companions as well, but I do have that deal with Orin. Perhaps she's laying off.
I sense some hesitation.
Bothering me? Bothering us? No, I'm not here to take Raphael's deal. I am rather interested in what these other rooms were. You know, when I first came here, I saw this sign, Elminster's Library.
Moan loudly in the library at all times.
This whole place is completely built around prostitution.
How delicious.
Right, can you open this? It's locked.
With pleasure.
Never a dull moment. Can't slow down.
Surgical bed. Books everywhere. Maybe it's just a backdrop. Kind of does look like a place with Elminster. Perhaps even... there's a chain on the floor. Perhaps even Gale would be interested if this was... dog collar. Fion's journal. He's getting worse. The whispers, the night terrors, the blood. I know he's hiding something, and the others in the Flaphouse know it too. I've seen how they look at him, how they look at me. They're scared of him, and I can't blame them. I am too. Oh, really? Well, the place does look kind of nice. Music box. Very typical sound for those things. Dum, dum, dum. There's some real scrolls here. Book. One Night in Nashkel. That's where grandmother became a hero. The Nashkel Mines.
I sense some hesitation in you.
Where does this go? You know, you have to be really strong to climb up something fast wearing plate armor like that. I suppose my muscles are pretty large. Well, this almost looks like a place that you would thrive in, Asterion. Vampire thief, at night at least. This place is all connected. I mean, you can jump from building to building. I guess go and feed on people or steal their goods. Do both. Make a living off doing something like that, I suppose. Right, so let's, rules of the reading.
Here goes nothing.
Actually, I'm curious. Anyone caught pleasuring themselves in the library will be tethered to the bookcase of chained books. Oh. Any wizard caught examining the special collection without express permission will be commanded to read aloud to the whole library the passages they were enjoying. Anyone breaking the silence of the library will be promptly gagged. Is this like a fetish thing? Hunter's piercing case. The butler's cane has a knob on the end. Oh, by the gods. Okay, I have to read what that's about. This comedy of errors centers around the butler, Vincent Raspington, who, though he is a silly dragonborn with stiff manners and a generally baffled attitude to the goings-on of fine fair ladies and their gentlemen, ends up going arse over tea kettle into extremely erotic situations with the local nobility. Needless to say, he's unprepared for it. There's a particularly good sequence in which Vincent, a 7-foot-tall dragonborn, must pretend to be a shy little gnome named Missy Wimplesnatch during a banquet. Guffaw, Fanar, hee-hee, ho-hum, etc. Okay. Yoshimo is willing. Grandmother knew a Yoshimo. I wonder if it's the same one. A revisionist sensation novella with a blurb. In this alternate history sex adventure, the one and only Yoshimo does not betray the Ballspawn. In fact, he does almost anything the Ballspawn asks for very readily. You know, that's my grandmother you're describing. Yeah. I think Yoshimo had a bit of a notoriety about him before he even met grandmother. Okay, well, I mean, this room looks like it's meant for perhaps a scholar or a mage. But, truth be told, it's just like a place where somebody goes for whatever. Prostitution, pleasuring themselves, whatever it is. Guess I didn't need to close that door. Oh, what's this one? Nymph's Grotto sign. Wait, I heard about the nymph. I forget what they said, though. It's locked. Let's just peek in here, shall we? If we see someone busy going at it, we'll give them space. Kind of like we did the bugbear and that ogre. Although we did break in and kill them both, didn't we? Okay, maybe we should be quiet. Oh,
need to find
this is nice. I wouldn't mind taking a bath in there. Shadowheart and I. Somebody took off their armor and longsword. Oh. Let's just make sure that everything is right here. I see.
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes.
Should I have?
Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
Something's off with this one. She's a parasite.
What are you? Wait. I know you.
You aren't safe. Get out of here now.
I don't understand.
Back away.
What's...
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Joe, what's going on? Who's this man?
She's turning into an illithid.
Your head screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing.
Yeah.
And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
I told you to get out of here. There's this real master shaking the earth around us. Right, Karlach. I'm surprised that our artifact didn't stop this from happening. But perhaps it was just out of reach? I don't know.
Open up.
I don't think it's going to live very long against our attacks, even just Karlach's.
I'm ready. Yes. All's well that ends. Oh, not as bad as it could have.
Terrible that this is happening to so many. Just a ring. Nothing else. You're right there.
Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly.
What?
Its blood shimmers like silver.
You enjoyed that. That thing could have killed you, and you're musing on its beauty.
How could I help it? I don't regret its death.
She is a nymph.
But I marvel that such a work of art could ever live.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens, and your heart skips a beat.
They're known for,
The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flayer is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
Ew. That creature aroused you, didn't it?
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine. But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate.
You know, its body is a few feet away from us, and you're... Right. I'm not interested in sex, but thank you.
Not sex. Something far more intoxicating. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
Okay, for the sake of it, it's not like I've met many nymphs, even in the forest. They're pretty rare. I close my eyes and listen.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here, you are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be?
Oh, interesting. You know what? I think I would like to be contented.
You are more than contented. You are at total peace. Your belly is full. Your mind rested. Your eyes bright. No more will you hear the clang of steel on steel. No more will you fear the cry of a wolf, the growl of an ogre. You are warm. You are safe.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me.
I don't think I could forget you. They have this ability to just project, I guess perhaps different places, but
on my feet.
How they feel, and I've never experienced being with one, of course, but, you know, that was rather nice, actually. Would be nice to be in that state. Completely contented. I feel not lightheaded, but perhaps that's what I asked for.
Almost painfully so.
Deeply contented.
Burned like the noonday sun.
Okay. I just feel like relaxing now. And being happy. My idea was, of course, getting these tadpoles out of our heads and, defeating the enemy and then settling down. But I'm kind of young for that. But I do want a family. I was just wondering where the future will take Shadowheart and myself. If we survive it, that is. I remember this place. I haven't been here in a while. I'm not talking about the mages out there.
What's up for discussion?
Forge here. Hello.
Carlac Cliffgate.
You know her.
That can't possibly be you, can it?
Fitz! If you want a sight for sore eyes.
Where the hell have you been, girl? Last I heard you'd run off to Neverwinter, and that was what? 10 years ago?
Neverwinter? Who told you that?
Gortash. Said you didn't even give notice.
Ha! That prick, but... Never mind that. Look at you. The years have been good to you.
I won't lie. They have.
I'll let them catch up uninterrupted.
Well, go on, girl. Tell me everything.
First thing first. You saw the news, didn't you? About Archduke Gortash.
Right? Oh, I'm sure the fox will make a great duke of the hen house.
I think you were the only thing that kept him a little honest. After you left, things got dark, fast. I got out while my soul was still intact. Started working for an arms merchant. Still in the trade, as you can see. Met my fella Gregor that way. Been together 8 years now. And Carlac, we have a little one on the way.
Oh.
Fitz! That's incredible! Congratulations! Mum life, huh? You're going to be incredible.
Gods, I hope so. Even after all these years, it seemed to happen so fast. But now that you're back in town, you must come to ours. All of you. We'll have a good supper, catch up. You can meet Gregor. And the little one. In a few months. Are the two of you together?
Ew, no. Just mates.
Excuse me.
Very good mates.
Oh, that's lovely. It's a pleasure to meet you.
What's with the ew?
I can't tell you how good it is to see you, Fitz. I'd love to come have dinner with you and Gregor. We're in the city on some urgent business, but can I come find you when it's all settled?
I'd love that. Meanwhile, if you're still in the business of intimidation, you should take a look at my stock.
Well, you're someone to sell to, but I don't really see much of anything. What's this? The dead shot. Longbow. No, I wonder if this isn't an improvement for Asterion. Least expected. Oh, it is. It is an improvement. What does this do? Oh, it gives you a... He has an enchantment gives you bonus to your range attacks while obscured in shadow. That's kind of hard to beat, actually. This has a really neat enchantment where you have much more chance of getting it. What is it? Your
Great to
high
have you back,
advantage,
Karlach.
basically. I'm not sure if that's much of an improvement, if any at all, actually. But is this the one that you're with?
Is that Fitz?
What's going on here, Carla?
Hope that wasn't a lie. I hope we do get to meet up with Fitz when this is all over. First step, save the city. Then, save myself. And last but not least, dinner with an old friend. What more could you ask for?
Well, you know, I'm glad you have some friends here. Or at least one. You seem so bitter about what happened between you and Gorlak. Gortash. Gortash. Hello.
You in need of protection, friend? What am I saying?
You see what I'm wearing?
Everyone's in need of protection. Don't be shy. This armor can't keep you alive if it's sitting here with me.
Well, let me have a look at what you have. It just sells armor. The other one sells weapons. That's pretty good plate right there. For somebody else in my group. Not for Karlach, though.
Attention.
Or perhaps she could use it. She is fighter as well, not just barbarian. Yeah, I wonder. This one right here, plate armor. It's got a nice enchantment on it. Well, for the future, we know where to go.
The way I see it, you've got the folk who invest in quality armor. And you've got the corpses who try to play it cheap.
You see what I'm wearing, though? Really expensive, high-quality armor. Alright, that's, yeah. Is that what the people around this area have to deal with all day?
Or decapitated.
Decapitated. Hands down. It's quicker. You?
Same.
What's this? Central Watchtower. Oh, I see. We found another waypoint.
Let's see.
Sigil. That's actually in a very good spot. Probably why it's here. Hello.
What are you staring at, pal? You dropping eaves? Get gone.
Dropping eaves. Hey, there's another cat here. I can speak with them. He or she. Hello. Who are you?
It was another day in the City of Lies, Baldur's Gate, where the people begged for justice until they starved. Two heroes were fated to cross paths that day. Their eyes met. Destiny was calling.
Have you been reading novels? And they both answered.
Strangers? Only in a fool's definition of the word. It was the start of something incredible. Two heroes on the hunt for justice, no matter the cost. All the Tall One had to do was say yes.
Alright, what happens when I say yes? Yes, join me.
The Tall One had failed the first test. They lacked caution. The cat could have just as easily been a foe as a potential friend.
I suppose he could be Orin.
It was simply not meant to be.
Oh. Well, you could come join us. We've got a dog and an owlbear. And there's actually another cat there, but he's very skittish. What's your name?
Upon their return, the cat couldn't help but wonder whether the Tall One had finally decided how their die would be cast.
It's like reading a book. He's the narrator. You are an interesting cat. For everyone else probably sees us as a cat.
transcript of a
What is
conversation.
even this way? Right, so we're trying to go north
Talk about the
to the Diabolus Helsik. And this goes on to another part of the city.
City of
The lower
crime
city, I
and
should say.
chaos.
I remember passing by this. What's the plaque say?
The Devil's Fee.
Ooh.
We can play Chase the Gelatinous Cube in the alley.
Right, is there anything else around here? Boarded up in the back. Okay, well, this is where we're supposed to go, right? The Diabolist. Well, let's go inside. See what's there to find. Monster skull.
A fake devil head. A lot of effort for a piece of window dressing.
This is real. A death devil skull, by my reckoning.
Oh. Is it? Okay.
That's curious.
Another monster skull. This looks like...
A replica devilish skull. Impressive. If a little out of place.
If this was where
Afraid
this...
that's the genuine article. From a Gargachula, no doubt. Big bastards.
Well, you would know.
So many infernal items. Looks like a genuine Diabolist's collection.
Right, where's the owner of this place? There's somebody over there. What's the blackboard say?
Management is not responsible for missing body parts, enslaved loved ones, trapped souls, or ancient world-destroying curses.
Let's not have any of that, please. Hello?
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be and shop with glee.
Oh no. Definitely something up with this one. Trust me.
I think you're the right person to have be brought with us, Karlak. Did you help Lord Gortash retrieve some hellish curios by any chance?
You must be awfully familiar with our esteemed Archduke to know about a thing like that.
I happened upon some of his correspondence that mentioned your dealings with him.
Truly? That's remarkable. I like to deal with remarkable people. Very well. You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer.
Mammon. I knew it. I did.
Well, aren't they all bad? Just show me a good devil. It's customary for any salesperson to offer a free sample, is it not?
The first hit's free, eh? Fine. I'll humor you, mortal. Just this once. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing. I can reveal to you that I opened a portal for Lord Gortash.
Yeah, that's how you got the crown. Raphael told me the crown of Karsus was stolen from Mephistopheles. Were you involved with that?
Raphael.
Rings
that
a bell?
sounds vaguely familiar.
I'm sure
but
you
I
know
have a
him.
terrible memory for names. The only thing that jogs it is coin.
Right. I'll try 100. I hope this doesn't burn my bridges here by being too low. Here you go.
I mean, I suppose that'll do. Stingy bastard.
I don't have much.
Yes, you are quite correct. The Crown of Carsus left the vault, and an opportunity opened for a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Carsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Then perhaps we should drop by and surprise Raphael. It'd make a nice change.
No. Can you help me break into the House of Hope?
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
Oh. I could try this. Waive the fee and I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal?
Sure. Deal. Let's do this.
Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to
Obviously, I'm
remember.
not going to tell Raphael.
Now be gone!
Opening a Hellgate. To open the portal, you must place the ritual items in the proper places on the blood star. Place the skull on the star point near the altar. Place the coin of Mammon on the next point to the right. Counting clockwise, skip a point and place the diamond on the next one. Place the incense on the point that follows the diamond. Finally, place the infernal marble on the center star. Sounds like a puzzle you have to work out once you get there. But, hey.
My most perceptive, prospective customer. Welcome back.
Show me your wares, the good stuff, please. Not much gold, but there are some items. This could work for Gale, actually. Shapeshifter hat. Well, who shapeshifts among us? Well, I actually have that that item. Gemini gloves. A droid caster. Allies can target an additional creature. Well, peach and apricot dye. It's all about mages. Interesting. Scroll of Circle of Death. I wouldn't mind buying this, actually, for Gale. Foes and allies can target an additional creature. I'm not sure if we need anything else, but I think that will do for now.
Now you've seen what I have for thee. Remember, discretion is key at the Devil's Fee.
I hear you. We ready to do such a thing right now? Cazador's palace is right next to us. Oh, there's a murder victim. A target right here, Figaro. And we've already come out here from the sewers. The Steel Watchfounder's right over there. Hag survivors. Another murder target. Oh yeah, there's a girl that's been kidnapped or gone missing. The Blushing Mermaid. Another target, Nesha. Murder target, Nesha. I guess, you know what? I mean, who's best to... Will would also work out quite well. I mean, he's been through the hells. He's half devil himself. I just don't know. Karlach is a one-person army. One-woman army. I think we should be fine.
What's that?
Helsig's
I
diary.
strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action.
You be quiet.
Whatever you expect to gain from the Hells is not worth the risk of traveling there uninvited.
Oh, one of the chief people that want to go there is Lae'zel. Lae'zel would like to go there. She would like the hammer. I don't think specifically she needs to go there. I think this is a good enough group. We're ready. I've rested once. Short rest. Is there any sound sweeter than the jingle-jangle of coins rubbing against coins? Of course, Mammon will hardly be sated by a mere pocketful of gold. No, I'm going to have to start being smarter about this. What I need is not just revenue, but multiple sources of it. If nothing else, to beat Corilla. Perhaps it's time to diversify the business? Not just curios, but information, or even better, access. Oh, you're a genius, Helsik. Well, there it is, all its bloody gore. Glory? And bloody gore. Okay, so... First things first, let's send this to Gale. Opening a Hellgate again. Proper order. In their proper places on the Bloodstar. Place the skull on the star point near the altar. I mean this. What skull? Am I supposed to bring my own skull? Right, let's search the room. Right, I'm not even sure this is going to work, but we have all the items. We searched all the rooms. We found them in various places. It's supposed to go here. Okay, that's one down. There's like 5 in total. Place the skull on the star point. Okay. Place the coin of Mammon on the next point to the right. I hope that means to the right of it, and when you're facing it from the middle of the circle. Because if you're not, I'm not sure where it would go. Oop. I just drop it? The next point on the right. Oh, that seemed to have activated it. I'm not... Okay, let me read the words carefully. On the star point near the altar. Looks like it's right where it should be. Okay, I'm just gonna have to trust that that's right. And counting clockwise, skip a point and place a diamond on the next one. Skip that one. Okay. That seems to be right. They're lighting up. This one is not lit up. No. Well, where in the... Where exactly is it supposed to be thrown? Right here? Yeah. Okay, I got it right. Okay, next one. Place the incense on the point that follows the diamond, and then infernal marble in the center of the star, which is right here. Right, okay. Where is it? Incense? Go. And the last one. Brace yourself.
Offer, but there is no reason to provoke him by invading his home.
I think there's every reason. I hope. I hope that this is going to be alright. Y'all ready? You have to be. Are we really ready? I would say we are. With you to guide us, Karlach, we should be fine. Give us advice.
I can't believe I'm doing this. We're gonna get out of here, right?
Of course, we just need to get the hammer and go.
Get in, get the hammer, and go.
Well, we need those gauntlets too.
We won't get trapped here. We won't get dragged deeper into Avernus. We won't. On the bright side, my engine finally feels normal.
I was just thinking
like
that.
It isn't about to explode. I gotta admit, that's pretty nice. Let's find that hammer and get out of here before I get used to feeling like I might live.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be nice to any devil I run across. Not here. Guest book. Should I sign it? Raphael might know we're here already.
The Emperor.
Oh.
You came. Such a shame.
Hmm?
Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return.
Wait, don't go. Who are you?
The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
Who am I? Oh, it's my favorite question. I scream it into the dark while I sleep, and whisper it to my memories when I wake. I'm the thing that kills you and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am hope. What little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night.
Raphael's driven her mad. Poor soul.
I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice.
I need to find the Orphic hammer. Can you help?
Discovered an ancient gift prince in need of a savior. The Orphic hammer is the perfect tool for breaking all infernal chains. Hope can help. The hammer is here in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as hope flickers from view momentarily.
Shh. Quiet.
Okay.
There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch. Now whisper your questions, little wretch, but really quiet and very clever. Concentrate.
Prepare to speak in my finest stage whisper. Let's try that again, shall we?
Remember, quiet as a mouse.
Right. I need to find the Orphic hammer. Where is it?
The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. In the archive, down the corridor, past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure.
What is it?
Can you save me? Please? Please, 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 please.
If I can, I will. What needs to be done?
All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer,
I get
smash
it.
my chains. But be careful when you take the hammer. The fire will come, and Raphael, you must run, 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 run. But don't forget me. Please, please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
We won't. We'll get you out. I promise.
The rattle of chains echoes louder from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
There goes nothing.
I was just thinking the Emperor can't reach me here. Right. That was the guest book. Plaque.
Rest your weary soul.
Well, isn't that a lovely statue to have in your foyer? Well, I mean, that's just a great big window. I guess this is the gate to come and go. Perhaps they consider this like a door. A front door? Some kind of door. Pillar of Souls.
There's something. A chill emanates from the pillar.
It's a
You sense the sorrow of 1,000 damned souls trapped within.
How horrid. Another one, I suppose.
Your
Same.
nerves rattle and your skin shivers. The pillar contains thousands of angry souls, eager to escape.
What of you?
Huh. What of you, but not a place I'd want to live. I suggest we don't become a permanent resident. Get what we need and get out of here. But first I'd like to just explore more Pillar of Souls. Let's make sure we don't get added to it. This is the only way to go. So there's a jailer. Raphael may show up himself. We may have to do battle with that fiend. Of which I'm perfectly alright in doing. Oh. Did he...
All of the residents were guests. And all of the guests will be residents.
Alright. I think this guest had a bit too much to drink. Oh, this is disgusting. Didn't Raphael bring us here? It looked a lot nicer when we were here before. When we were by the Druid Grove. What is this thing? Hello?
Another sorry soul come to wander these halls. What do you seek?
Tell me what you know of this place.
Despite appearances, this whole house is more of a prison than a parlor. Most here have no choice but to remain. I am one such. This is not my home, but I can never leave.
It's terrible. What ties you to the House of Hope?
I was an architect in life, a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Selluna's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years.
What went wrong?
Deaths in the family. Happiness rarely lasts a lifetime. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael, and signed an infernal pact with him.
That's how he gets you.
He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land.
He still did what he set out to do anyways. But this is a familiar tale. Are you the architect of Moonrise Towers?
You know my work. Oh, I am glad it endures. Perhaps you also have the misfortune of knowing my master, General Ketheric Thorm.
Oh, I know him. I knew him. By my oath, I did what the fiends could not, and vanquished Ketheric Thorm.
Then all came to pass as I had hoped, though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, What became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers?
Perhaps I'll tell him the long-term truth. I mean, right now it is a hollow place. I don't know what happened to the illithid creature was the tentacles that were inside of it. We healed the land and lifted the shadow curse. Moonrise will be a beacon of light again.
I did not think it possible. Thank you. My spirit smiles for the first time in a century. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
I'd like to free you too. I don't think anyone should be bound forever for... I know they made a deal with the devil, but still. Now I actually understand a part of when we were in the Underdark, when we went to... You look rather homely, but still beautiful, Shadowheart. Those clothes. Raggedy clothes. And look at me. Yeah, in the Underdark, if you remember Shar's old ruins down there, they're quite extensive, actually. And there was evidence of an attack by demons. Or devils, whatever. It must have been devils. Giant ones. And that was the second time. There was a previous time before Ketheric, I think he died, or somehow was kept alive. I'm not sure. But it was hundreds of years ago, and devils stopped him. And this would explain, now we know why. Who brought that on? Silver plate.
You shouldn't be here. None of us should.
A record written in Raphael's own hand, detailing the adventures of various travelers in Faerun, including mine. The desperate will do anything to get out of a bind. That mind flare toys with its food, but it'll become hungry soon enough, and they have proven such malleable little things. The crown for the hammer. More than a reasonable trade, I should think. After all, what use is power if you don't have freedom? No, I don't like this place, and it's kind of dawning on me that the currency of devils are souls. How horrible. Right, so this would be the feast hall. Oh, I was right. Foyer down there. So we can go this way or this way. Infernal metal doors. I was gonna say are these relatives, but they look normal, non-devilish. Alright, so...
Anyone hear me?
I can hear you, soul. Let's see what's through these doors. Due to my nature in real life, yes, I am, I suppose, what you might call a hopeless romantic. Not all of these pertain to me, but most do. This is why I like to incorporate so much romance into my videos. I'm not sure how everyone accepts it, but I've never had anyone complain that I talk about or show too much mushiness. My videos are, after all, about living as that character and the highlights of their lives, and how many people in the world never get into a romantic relationship? I'd say the percentage is very, very small. Not all the RPGs I make Let's Roleplays for on my channel have romance in them, and some I can really understand why. Some are so bad I pretty much wish they didn't have them, and I'm looking at Pillars of Eternity 2 for that. But when they do have them, I take advantage of that. I really have come to see love as the most important thing we have in our lives. It is the most important thing we could ever have, and I don't just mean romantic love. Love for your friends, your parents, children, siblings, cousins, whomever you have been close to in your life. This is what we human beings live for. It's what we work so hard for and even die for in some cases. On Netflix, there's a documentary series called Medal of Honor, which only had one season, which I find unfortunate because I really liked it. Not in every episode did the hero die, but he did in the first one. It struck me that one of the explanations given for the sergeant's motivation to sacrifice himself or his men behind him was because of the love he had for them, and that he didn't want them to come to harm. After that, I started seeing human love in a lot of things you wouldn't normally look for to find it, but since then it set the tone for how I see people giving their lives for others. So I'd be perfectly fine having a non-romantic close friend in an RPG, but thinking of that, I cannot really recall any sort of game that does that. Seems like the modern day view is you cannot be close to anyone without it being romantic, which really isn't true. I've had some great friends in my life, and I've had done anything for them if needed. So I suppose that stories these days aren't actually written too well in video games. I did like the relationship Boozer and Deacon had in Days Gone. For everyone that watched my live stream of that game 2 years ago, which I never finished, I hope you guys get your own version of the game and play it. I finished it over the summer, early summer, when I was just too unwell to do much but sit like a rock on my computer chair or on the couch due to the suffering I was going through. Days Gone is a great game. It's too bad Sony won't do a sequel. But then Sony has a lot of problems these days with video games. Just look at the biggest flop in gaming history, Concord, where they lost an unprecedented $400 million investment. Yeah, Deacon and Boozer are good friends, and they look out for each other throughout the game. This is also taking place while Deacon has a romance. It's an action game, not an RPG, but it's still nice to have that. It would be nice if characters were just better written in games, but I suppose that's just few and far between. And I don't mean complex emotions, I just mean having a relationship and, having them at your back and you supporting them when they're down and them supporting you. Typically, your character has friends in these games, but do they have friends that you actually care about? That's the question. Most game romances are short and shallow too, so I think we have a long way to go before RPGs really can connect with human beings. Perhaps if one day AI can take over much of the work here, as in a programmed character AI can and always will be there with new and interesting takes on everything, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be close to having someone in video games that we actually feel is authentic and real. And this could potentially be just right around the corner.